blocks squared, and there's $500 million homes in there, all paid for, my friend. And no, they're not drug runners. No, they're not narcotics. They're doctors, lawyers, attorneys, citizens, just like anybody else. Mm. You see? So when I look at that and I say paid for, you show me a spot here in the United States where I can walk into 9 square blocks of a city and say every home here that's $1 million and up's paid for. Show me one. Mm. None.
No, they're all mortgaged up to the eyeballs.
Thank you. You know, and the reason being is certain countries, and I use Guatemala as an example, won't allow you to have a bank loan and a house loan. It's one or the other.
Oh.
They won't allow you to have 5 credit cards with $10,000 each when you make $50,000 a year. Why would I give you $50,000 in credit? Mm. You see, if you want a car that costs $20,000, guess what? Pay it off first, then you can go have a $100,000 house. Mm. You make sense?
Yeah. So their economy is more stable, therefore, is it?
Yes. Their economy is more stable. Their currencies are not pegged to the dollars. There's certain things out there in certain countries, certain jurisdictions that are great. So that's got to be part of our system. If I'm teaching Ben how to make money from this current system, then I got to teach Ben how to get his money out of the damn same system that's corrupt to begin with, but is falling apart all around us and crumbling. Mm. Would that not be fair?
Yeah, I'm amazed. I didn't realize you were, what you guys are doing is offering such a holistic kind of all-round kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. We want to make sure we teach everybody to, keep it. Gold and silver, for instance, in this country is great to have, but it's already been confiscated once. Americans, 99% of the people walking the face of this planet have no idea that took place because it was great-grandpa Ben's generation. I never even got to talk to my great-great-grandfather. How in the heck am I going to know? And the school doesn't teach you that. See, here's the beauty of this whole system we're in. You can go to school 12 years, then you go to college for 4 or 5, and not for one day do they teach you where money comes from, what the Federal Reserve is, how it's printed, what is currency, what's not currency, what's real money, what's not real money, because currency is everything. If I walk into 7-Eleven this morning with to buy a cup of coffee, I have choices. I can hand them coins, that's currency. I can hand them bills, that's currency. I can hand them a debit card, that's currency. I can hand them a credit card, that's currency. It's all currency. I can hand them a check. That's currency. I can hand them certified funds. That's a currency. See, it's all currency. Right?
Yeah.
But funny enough, I can't walk in with an ounce of gold and say, give me change. Wow, isn't that peculiar?
Yeah.
Right? You see what I mean?
It's like Bernanke himself said he doesn't consider gold to be money, doesn't he?
No, it's not in the Constitution or in Congress or any of that. Yeah, no, of course not. Not written there in black and white. So these are kind of things, the Tandy stick was a currency for 785 years. And it was your fellow ancestors who did it. Go look it up, Tandy stick. It was nothing but a bunch of sticks with notches in it.
Yeah.
It's the longest surviving currency in the history of the human species.
Yeah, I went to the Bank of England Museum in London in the banking district, and there's one in there.
They have one there. They have one there. Now, let me ask you, isn't that odd that the longest lasting currency is a stick?
Yeah.
Isn't that neat? The second right now is the Chinese currency, and the third is us right now at 80 plus years, 82 years or something. That's nothing compared to 785 years. So I look at all the fallacies that we live in and the fantasies we live in, and I just try to teach people, you're not special. Your situation is not special. Become part of a community, and you'll realize that all of us can help each other because we're all facing the same things. And if you don't believe me that you're not special, step outside your home, look to your left, look to your right, and look across the street. And 1 out of every 3 in Nevada are in foreclosure. Cool. 1 out of every 7 in Florida are in foreclosure.
Wow, I didn't
Guess
realize
what?
that.
All of a sudden, you don't feel special anymore. All those houses are the same, just like yours. Those are all the same kids with the same excitement and the same emotions, going to school, catching the bus, running around, going to work. You know what? None of us are special. What we have to realize is that we're all one, and we all need to work together. See, this being special stuff is what caused all the separation between us to begin with.
Yeah.
See, we're not special. I'm not special. I'm just Jesse. I'm just trying to help Ben. Ben's not special. Ben's just trying to help Jesse. That's it. We work together and we get something done. But when Jesse thinks he's special and I'm a little better than Ben, well, now we have issues, see? Nothing gets done because it's me against you. Instead of you helping me and me helping you, it's me against you or you against me. And I create a division. And that's what we're not about. We're about community. The bigger the community, the more wisdom that's out there, and the stronger we are. Because if Jesse is the smartest guy in his group, Jesse needs to leave his group. I'm in the wrong group. I need to always remain the dumbest, Ben.
Yeah, yeah. So, do you think it's possible that we, as a society, in terms of the big picture, could there reach a tipping point where, so many people are empowered with this type of information that the government really just can't, just loses their grip? Do you think that's possible?
Yeah, I think that's very possible, and I think we're not too far from it. Some of the biggest forecasters are saying that, one Gerald Celente already said it. He's been saying it since 2010 that by the end of 2012, New York City will look like Mexico City. Riots, people kidnapped for $3,000 for food, people killed for a can of beans. America doesn't realize this, and there's something that Porter Stansberry said, another economic forecaster a while ago, and this was about a year ago, and it made a lot of sense. He says, remember that there's something, and I forget the exact terminology, Ben, but it's the explanation is very simple. As the Jews were watching Jews by the trainload get hauled away, they were in denial, saying that'll never happen to me. Because it's never happened before, people think it can never happen. So they're in a state of denial. And it's exactly what happened to the rich Jews with Hitler. The rich Jews thought, oh, those are the poor Jews. Does it matter? They're Jews. And they're being taken away and slaughtered like animals, these people. Is that not matter because you have more money in the bank, you think you're better? Remember, I'm special. That will not happen to me. Guess what? It happened to all of them.
Yeah.
But they were in denial. They didn't have the brains to pick up and leave and say, I'm not going to deal with this. I'm leaving this area. I'm leaving this country. I'm taking measures to protect myself. And that's what's going on in America right now.
Yeah.
Nobody is thinking they can close down the borders. You know what's going on November 8th or November 9th, right?
No.
Oh, no? Let me bring it up. I don't want to give you the wrong terminology, so I want to make sure that I think it's the 9th. The 8th. Let me see. November 8th. Supposed to be the day that they test all the systems across the United States. Remember the presidential button?
Is this the kill switch or something?
Yes.
I've heard Alex Jones talk about it, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Oh, right. They're testing it.
They're testing everything. Cell phones, satellites, internet, the whole 9 yards shut off for 3 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So nobody knows what kind of chaos will happen from that. But see, why would they want to do that? Why would you want to have the authority to do that?
Yeah, only to control the population.
That's it. Because something that no power at be has ever counted on was the internet.
Yeah, absolutely. It's because it's incredibly powerful for people to be able to communicate like we do, isn't it?
Exactly. It's November 8th. It's called the SAT, I think SAT or GRE test or something like that. But anyway,
yeah.
Whatever it is, the whole point is that they're testing. They're testing. No other country's doing it but us.
Cool.
And people need to wake up. Once again, and everything we teach and show is just a means of using their own against them. But as people wake up, they start seeing